Greetings, I'm Ala Melu and I'm very happy you could join me today. Today we are making healthy, delicious dishes that are easy to prepare and can be enjoyed separately or together as a wholesome meal. We will be preparing 4 delightful dishes packed with nutrition: salmon tikka kebab, seasoned apple relish, vegetable quinoa, and bell peppers in lentil sauce. By enhancing these dishes with aromatic seasonings and spices, you can see how easy it is to make healthy and delicious meals. Let's get started. First, we will prepare salmon tikka kebab. The salmon cubes are marinated in spiced yogurt and then broiled to make an enticing appetizer. You can serve this with a seasoned apple relish. We need the following supplies and ingredients: 8 6-inch wooden skewers soaked in water for 30 minutes, 1 pound boneless, skinless wild salmon that is cut into 1-inch cubes. And here are the ingredients for our marinade. We have half a teaspoon cayenne pepper. You can add more or less to taste. 1/4 teaspoon ground cardamom, 1/4 teaspoon curry powder, 1/4 teaspoon salt, 1 tablespoon fresh lemon juice, half a tablespoon grated fresh ginger, half a tablespoon minced garlic, and I have about 2 tablespoons plain yogurt. First, we are going to marinate the salmon. So I'm going to take all my ingredients here, and I am going to add the cayenne. If you like more heat, it's okay to add more heat. It tastes better. And ground cardamom, it is known as the queen of all spices. And curry powder is a mixture of many spices that are easily available in the grocery store. And then I'm going to add some salt, some lemon juice, and then I'm going to add the ginger. And make like a paste. And then, of course, garlic and ginger are just totally amazing. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm going to just mix them up together nicely. And I am going to use the yogurt. I'm using the plain yogurt here, okay? And when I'm doing the fish, if I think like if I need more yogurt, I will use it, but I think this should be fine. And now we have this all mixture of spices together in the yogurt. Now I'm going to add the salmon. These are cut so beautifully. And I'm going to just mix it up like that and make sure that it's coated all around nicely. And because of all the spices and lemon juice and ginger and garlic, this is a good marination. I really like it. And when you do this, you can either broil it or you can even grill it in the summertime. And so there we go. It's nicely, see that it really looks good. And we are going to leave it like that. Now it's all totally nicely covered with the spice mixture with yogurt. We don't want too much yogurt, just enough to coat. And that's what I have here. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the clear wrap. I'm going to cover this and leave it in the fridge for about an hour or so. And then we will take it and put it in the skewer and broil it. Here it is. It smells good. So here I have it. Now I'm going to take it, and I have the wooden skewers that has been in the water for some time. So I'm just going to take it, and I'm just going to put it in the skewer like that. Okay. Do you know that this is a very easy and a quick way to cook the fish, and we are told that we should eat fish 3 to 4 times a week, and this is really good. I like to leave enough space here. So this is one way, but also you can take other fish like any whitefish or halibut or the cod and make a wonderful spice-rubbed seared fish. Or you could cook that whitefish in the with a tamarind, in a rich tamarind sauce that I think we will be doing pretty soon. So watch for that. And this is when you don't have time to cook. I tell you, the salmon cooks like really quick, and it's very easy. When I'm cooking this salmon, I have told them to remove the skin, and removing the skin is pretty good because it reduces the contamination. So I'm just going to put it, so we are going to put it in a broiler pan today, but if you have a grill, just go ahead and grill it. And I'm happy with the broiler, so I'm just going to do this, and I'm just going to put it in the broiler, okay? And all these wonderful spice mix, I like to take as much as I can because it has garlic in it, ginger, and some wonderful ground cardamom, which is the queen of all spices. So it really smells really good. And when it is, you can actually use this as an appetizer, or you could use it as a side dish with your dinner, whatever you like it. I think I have more space in here, so I'm just going to push this away, and I'm going to put this in the broiler pan. And I already preheated the boiler, so I'm going to take this, and this was already seasoned with the non-stick cooking spray, so it's fine. And I'm going to take it to the broiler, and I'm going to put it in the broiler here and close it. And it's in high. It takes about 5 to 10 minutes, and we'll open and see. If need be, we may put additional few more minutes. So now it's about 10 minutes. So I'm going to see. Yeah, that looks good. So when you're doing the fish in a broiler, of course, broiler varies from place to place, so you need to keep an eye on the broiler. And salmon looks pretty good. It looks good, and I would just keep it like that. Now we will prepare seasoned apple relish. You can spread this relish on toasted gluten-free bread for a tasty snack, or serve as a side dish to any fish or to a baked chicken dish. Here are our ingredients. 2 tablespoons oil, which I'll use later. I have 1 Granny Smith apple that I'm going to cut and shred. And we have 1 teaspoon black mustard seeds, half a teaspoon ground turmeric, 1/4 teaspoon ground cumin, 1/4 teaspoon cayenne pepper. You can use more or less to taste, and 1/4 teaspoon salt, again more or less to taste. Okay, now I'm going to shred the apple. I like the Granny Smith apple because it is nice and kind of crisp and tangy, and we can make wonderful relish with Granny Smith apple. And also, not only just apple, we can make a wonderful relish with a lot of different vegetables. I know a lot of my friends who make a wonderful relish with fresh beets or with carrots, or they take the red cabbage and they make the same relish. But I like the apple. Apple goes so well with the fish and with the chicken. So I'm going to just put it in the food processor like that, and I'm going to shred it. And I'm so glad we have all these things here. There, that looks good. Actually, I could have put a whole apple, but that's okay. As I told you, cooking is a relaxing experience. We don't have to rush. And we take our time to do everything. Look at this, how beautifully it is shredded. And I just love it. I love using the mini food processor. I'll put the blade again, and I'm going to get the apples here. And this is how I shred my carrots, and also sometimes ginger too. There, come on. Okay, here we go. All right, here we have the shredded apple, and I'm going to remove that and put it here. Look how beautiful it looks. And even when I have the fresh ginger, I just slice the ginger with the skin, and I shred it like this, and I put a little bit of lemon, and I store it in the freezer. So whenever I need it, it's right there to be used. Take all the ingredients here close by, and I'm going to heat the pan. And just for making this relish, a small pan, because I'm just using one apple. So a small pan is fine. And I'm going to use some oil, about 2 teaspoons oil. And then I'm going to, when the oil is hot but not smoking, I'm going to add the black mustard seeds. Black mustard seeds on its own is, it doesn't have any smell to it. But when you add the black mustard seeds to oil, it pops like a popping corn. There we go. See how it pops? That's beautiful. And now, sometimes you can even put the lid on it, but then it will get blackened, so I don't want to do that. So I'm putting the apples here, and now I'm going to take one by one. If you arrange all your spices like this, it goes very quickly. Then I'm going to add the cumin, ground cumin. Do you know ground cumin is a digestive spice, and the cayenne is really very good for you. It also aids in digestion, and also if you will see it has antioxidant, anti-inflammatory properties, so it's really good. Now I'm going to use some salt. And because of the spices, if you don't want the salt, you can totally eliminate it, okay? And now I'm going to mix it up together. I'm going to reduce the heat a bit. And see how easy it is? So if you have spices all set up like I have in the back there, you just put the amount of spice that you need, and cooking becomes very easy. So we can make the same relish with shredded beets, shredded carrots, or with any kind of vegetable that you can think of, like radish, red radish. My friends have done with all those vegetables, and I like the apple. There you have it. Now we will prepare vegetable quinoa. Quinoa contains all 9 essential amino acids, making it a complete protein and an excellent nutritional choice. This easy-to-prepare quinoa features peas and carrots, but you can use any vegetables you have on hand. Quinoa is a grain. Quinoa has become a popular substitute for starchier pasta and rice. Like rice, it's easy to cook. 1 cup of uncooked quinoa will yield about 3 cups of cooked quinoa. And here are our ingredients. I have 1 cup of white quinoa that is rinsed and drained, and I'm going to be using 1 tablespoon oil. I have 1 teaspoon cumin seeds, 1/4 cup finely chopped onions, 1/4 teaspoon grated fresh ginger, 1/4 teaspoon salt, more or less to taste, 1/2 cup of frozen peas and carrots that are thawed, and I have 1/4 cup of minced fresh cilantro and 2 tablespoons chopped toasted cashews, and I have about 2 cups of hot water, okay? I have here a quinoa that is rinsed and drained thoroughly in cold water. They always say it's good to rinse quinoa before cooking, because if you did not rinse and drain, it has a kind of a little bitter taste. So it's good to rinse quinoa before cooking to remove its natural coatings. It's all done and it's right here. And here is the dry quinoa. Look how beautiful it looks. It's just like rice, isn't it? And it's a great substitute for rice and pasta. So let's start cooking. Once when you assemble all the ingredients like this, it gets really easier, okay? So I'm going to add some oil. When oil is hot but not smoking, see how fewer ingredients I have here. It's only cumin, and the rest is, and the cumin and the salt, and the rest is all fresh ingredients, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the cumin, and the oil is very good. It's just right for browning the cumin seeds. I'm not scraping those skillet, so that's okay for me to use this. Use the stainless steel spoon, and I'm just kind of browning the onions. As you can see, I'm just gently doing this. Now that I'm going to use the ginger. Ginger is totally amazing. When cumin and ginger are mixed and cooked together with onions, I can already smell the wonderful aroma. So I'm just browning, and now I'm going to be adding the quinoa. Okay, I'm going to use the quinoa and brown the quinoa a little bit. And it's almost like rice. You know, with rice, I make quite a lot of dishes. Here again, although I'm using the peas and carrots, you can use different kinds of vegetables like bell pepper tomatoes, or you can use just the carrots by itself, or you can put some beans and cauliflower here. So many different ways of making it. And I'm going to add the salt too. And that's it. And then what I'm going to do is I can smell the cumin and ginger and the onions. And after I brown a little bit, I'm going to add some water. And it's a warm water, and I'm going to keep it closed for a while. And I'm going to turn on the heat. So now it's boiling, and we will wait for it to cook. And if the water seems to evaporate quickly because of the high heat, do not hesitate to add a little bit more water until it becomes nice and fluffy. I'm going to add a little bit of cilantro so it gives a good smell. And while cooking, it's good to stir this often. And still it's grainy. When it is cooked, it will fluff up, and it will look so beautiful. I'm just going to add the vegetables here. keep on cooking. It still looks grainy. I'm going to add the cashews and leave it in simmer, and then when it is done, we'll open it, okay? So it will take some more time, and there is enough water. I added the vegetables and the cashews, and I'm going to put it in the low heat. When it is all done, we'll turn it off. There you have it. Now we will prepare bell peppers in lentil sauce. This lentil sauce is enhanced with a mixture of colorful peppers and spices. It is wonderful served with quinoa or over rice. Here are our ingredients, okay? We have quarter cup of dried mung dal, and we have quarter teaspoon ground turmeric, 1 teaspoon black mustard seeds, half a teaspoon cumin seeds, 1 whole dried red pepper, quarter teaspoon cayenne, and quarter teaspoon salt, 1 red bell pepper chopped, 1 green bell pepper chopped, half a cup of chopped onion, 1 cup diced fresh tomato, quarter cup no salt added tomato sauce. I have half a teaspoon lemon juice and quarter cup of chopped fresh cilantro. This is how the dried mung lentil looks like, okay? When the water is boiling, you add the dried mung lentil, and you just let it cook for a few minutes. When the lentil, this type of lentil cooks very quickly, within like about 20 minutes or so. So here I have, when that mung lentil is cooked, this is how it's going to look. So for all of you, I would advise first add the water and put the mung lentil, cook the lentil. While the lentil is cooking, then you chop your fresh vegetables like the green bell pepper, red pepper, onions, vine-ripe tomato. When the pan is hot, I'm going to add like about a tablespoon of oil. I just added the red pepper, and I'm going to add the mustard seeds, black mustard seeds, and the cumin. You can see the spices popping. Now I'll add the onions first, and then I'm going to add the tomatoes. See how beautiful the red vine-ripe tomato look like. When the onions are getting cooked, I'm going to add some turmeric. Turmeric is known as the Indian gold. And after we added the tomatoes, now I'm going to add the peppers that we have chopped. If you don't have the red pepper, it's quite all right. It is nice to use just the green peppers with tomatoes. If you prepare it like this, the children will really like it. And if you want some sweetness to the dish, you can always add a red pepper too. Okay? And see the colors? And once when you put everything together, it goes very quickly. It doesn't take very long. So just cook your lentil, saute the spices, add onion, tomatoes, and your pepper, and I'm adding the salt. Look how gorgeous this is. And when you fix your vegetables like this, you bring any kid to me and see how they want more and more of this vegetable. And we are told to eat more vegetables. When you season the vegetables with spices and a little bit of turmeric and red pepper, it really comes together and it is so tasty. I like to cook my vegetables. And now I'm adding the cooked red lentils. Okay? And see the beautiful colors. It's green, red, yellow, and all the spices are together. And then I'm going to add a tiny bit of tomato sauce. There, I can add this. And this is no salt added tomato sauce. And now I let it cook for a minute or two. Now I'm just going to add the cilantro. So if you don't like cilantro, it's quite all right not to add it here. So it's up to you. When it comes together, you cook your quinoa or your rice and serve it and watch the whole family finishing it up very quickly. And I'm going to just bring out the color. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? There. Bell peppers, tri-colored bell peppers in lentil sauce. There you have it. Today, we have seen how easy it is to prepare 4 delicious and healthful dishes that are also pleasing to our eye and the palate. Cooking can be a relaxing experience, and it is a skill worth learning. If you're too busy to prepare a relaxing meal, consider cooking ahead of time and refrigerating these foods. Spices, in fact, have a preservative quality, and the flavors of the foods cooked with spices will be enhanced over time. Thank you for joining me today. So long for now. Until next time, with love from my kitchen to yours. Vanakkam.
To order copies of Alamelu's cookbooks, including recipes from this series, or the DVD set of this cooking series, visit mptv.org and click on Store. All prices include shipping and handling. For more information about healthful Indian flavors with Alamelu, log on to mptv.org or find us on Facebook at Healthful Indian Flavors with Alamelu.